For Earthlings, saving money might be a bit of an alien concept, but it doesn't have to be. In fact, it's a very important aspect of everyday life, and the good news is that it needn't be boring. Today I'm at the Goodman Gallery for absolutely free of charge, but I think this guy paid.
Tenji wasted no time and invited the man in the know, Nedbank's head of funding, Damesh Bana, to share some savvy saving tips. July was, after all, declared National Savings Month.
Damesh, I think a lot of us get caught up in those piling expenses at the end of the month and we don't feel like we can really save. But why should we start saving?
Stuff in life. You either have the money to get the stuff or you don't have the money, which means you're going to have to borrow, in which case you have to pay interest and you have to get the money back. And as we know, life happens and there's all kinds of emergencies and payments that we didn't expect to make, in which case it's just better to have some money that's been saved and stashed on the side so that we can meet the bills that we need to pay.
And for those who aren't really used to putting away some money at the end of the month, what tools can they use to help them start saving?
Consumers are highly indebted, so there's probably about 75% of disposable income that's used to service debt, and so they feel that, actually, I don't have any money to save. But I think one of the first things that people need to do in the South African context is live within their means. And I think the first step towards that is actually looking at your bank statement or your bank account every day or at the end of the month and analyzing what it is that you spent your money on. And identify the stuff that's unnecessary and the stuff that you just bought. Look at the expenses that you need to maintain. Start budgeting. And from a Nedbank context, there's My Financial Life, which is a personal financial management tool available to clients, non-clients, and really to get South Africans in a financially fit position.
Are South Africans saving enough, and what exactly is enough?
Simple answer is no. South Africans aren't saving enough. Our view is basically have 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses covered as a starting point. So it really does mean being very disciplined, paying yourself first and making sure that you do save some money on a monthly basis.
Well, that definitely brings up the question of need versus want. So what kind of things can people do to cut expenses?
What are the things that you need and what are the things that you want? Do you need to have the chocolate in the afternoon? When you're at home, do you leave your lights on as soon as you get home and leave them on through the night, as an example? So I think there are many examples as to ways in which we could be more sort of savvy around the way we live and therefore, being more savvy with our money as well.
As South Africans, we are very innovative when it comes to growing our nest eggs.
I try to shift a little bit of money to the savings account so I can use it when I'm really desperate.
What I do to save money is I create a budget for myself on the amount of money I get when I get paid.
I streamline my lifestyle to only do and experience things that are absolutely necessary.
Without making drastic lifestyle changes to improve your bank balance, you may start small. One suggestion is to shift your focus from shopping to art and culture. Neil Dundas curates fascinating exhibitions at the Goodman Gallery.
I think for many people there's still the perception that cultural spaces such as this one are quite exclusive and elitist. Why do you think it's so important that galleries are free of charge and open to the public?
You're quite right. In every gallery, in every museum, there's still a tendency of people to whisper or feel they can't ask questions in case they look foolish. The main thing from most of the artists' point of view is not so much even the selling of their work as that it is widely seen. And I think for the kind of artists that we deal with, if you're going to make a statement about our society, if you're going to hopefully change the boundaries a little bit about what people think of art, then you want it to be seen by as many people as possible. It's not a case of restricting it to those who can afford it. Looking is free.
Save by finding the free recreational activities in your community. Also, return to forgotten joys like book clubs, libraries and potluck dinners. Always asking, do I want it or do I need it?
It really is the little things in life that mean the most, and the same applies to money. You save a little bit today and that will take you a long way to living a savvy lifestyle.
Be more savvy. Get an emergency backup card with your American Express Global Travel Card. Make savvy travel happen. Visit any Nedbank Forex outlet today.